Turn this on yet, the fish thing. I think it has to do with the smell of the female genitalia.
Yeah.
Oh, the fish?
Because
the oceanic smell.
Exactly, the oceanic smell, exactly, because they're going to be swallowed up into the maw of the Great Mother.
Oh.
Well, it all has to do with men's fear of women. Yeah. It's not just that we were invisible to them, they actively push us back, is what you're saying. I mean, I don't know for sure. I don't want to sit here and psychoanalyze gay men. I'm not a gay man.
Right,
I can say my opinions and what it feels like.
I think that's what you should do.
Well, yeah, some generalities that I might risk with the understanding that, what do I know, I only know what it feels like over here. I don't know that gay men have formed the kinds of isolationist communities that women did in the 70s and 80s. I haven't heard of any. They certainly band together, that's understandable, but they seem to remain very connected to the mainstream, with mainstream jobs. I've never heard of gay male communities that say,
The sissies, the laces.
Well, but the thing about the sissies, the Louisiana sissies in struggle, who were the most feminist men I have ever met, they worshiped the goddess. And so they did not want to be separated from women. But they understood that their role would be subsidiary in any goddess worshiping culture. That made them fascinating. But we're talking here about what I think that a good starting point is, okay, we watched the movie Milk, and a lot of women felt invisible all over again. That was certainly my first reaction. But now that you've read the excerpt from that interesting essay, I'd have to say that I agree with him that women are an ick factor for most men. Gay men, maybe even more particular, I'm not sure, than straight. There are an awful lot of straight men who are genuinely interested and loving of femaleness, of female bodies, of female intellect, and many straight men, as we know, who are hysterically frightened. But I think that gay men in some ways represent the same cross-section of maleness. They, in our culture, which is a woman-hating culture by and large, and coming from a very woman-hating set of traditions, how could the gay men not have a lot of internalized gynophobia? It just rings very, very true. So when Gus Van Sant was making his decisions as director in the movie Milk, was he motivated by that ick and pushing us deliberately away because they just don't want us anywhere close to them? It's just a subliminal ick thing. Or was he really just not thinking about us because in his gay male egocentricity, he just couldn't see the importance of anything beyond the gay male reality that is his and that he was portraying? I don't know. I couldn't say for sure which it was, but I know that both of those things, in my experience with men in general, come into play. Men are very, very frightened of us at some subliminal level. And I have always thought from the minute I came to any kind of feminist awareness, it always seemed to me that men must be very, very envious of our ability to bear new life. They've always, and turned that envy then into a kind of hatred, and seen our various juices and organs and other things as being very scary because more powerful than anything they can come up with in their own bodies, and so the whole thing gets turned around. So yeah, fear of the female and a sense of disgust with the female, egocentricity. I think all of that comes into making when men of both gay and straight start making lesbians invisible.